Hey there, everybody, it's Caitlin, your geeky girlfriend, and we're going to take a really warp speed tour of the Mall of America while I talk to you guys about the mall and all of the different things that you can do there. So, the Mall of America is one of the biggest malls in the country, and it is actually made up of 4 different floors of shopping and attractions. Make sure you check out my other video for the attractions because those are included in a separate video. So this is mainly going to look at all of the restaurants and shops and what makes the Mall of America a traditional mall. And the whole 4th floor is dedicated to some of those attractions. So I did not include the 4th floor in this video, but like I said, make sure you check out that other video. So the whole 3rd floor is mostly restaurants, including a Bubba Gumps, a Buffalo Wild Wings, a large Cold Stone, Panera, and several other quote-unquote fast food chains like Panda Express, Piata, and things like that. So there's also a Margaritaville. There is the Sugar Factory, which I just did a separate video on, so make sure you go check that out. But the 3rd floor is going to be your main location for dining and eating. They have a variety of fine dining establishments plus quick service and your go-to fast food places like Chick-fil-A. And a great place to try something new. They had Thai, Greek, several Mexican, several Chinese and ramen type of restaurants. So if you're looking for a new place to eat or a little place to test your palate, go to the 3rd floor. And this whole section that we're in is considered like the 2nd Street dining area, and it was like a whole food court that was just restaurants. On the 3rd floor, you also have the Crayola Experience and Moose Mountain Adventure Golf. Again, see my other video for attractions. And what we noticed about the mall overall is there were several small business shops like that knit and crochet place that was a whole store just of knitting and crochet got killed, an entire store dedicated to like D&D, dress up role play and kilts and things. And then they had several specialty shops like this Anime Fix, that herbal place smelled really nice. It had like a bunch of essential oils. They had stores about all of the different Minnesota sports teams, including the Vikings and the Gophers. But then they also had several stores which repeated. So there was a Claire's on every single level of the mall. There also was a Bath & Body Works on 2 out of the 3 levels of shopping. So while they do have a wide variety of specialty food and shops, they also have your regular chain retail stores. Some of the other examples were Macy's, Nordstrom, Lululemon, and H&M and Forever 21. And those stores, the big department stores, took up multiple levels. Zara also took up multiple levels. They had several different nail salons, several different massage parlors, and there was a GameStop. There was a couple different toy stores. And as you can see, just tons and tons of food and places to eat, which is not a bad problem to have. Overall, it took us about 6 hours to walk the entirety of the mall, and we only went into about 3 or 4 stores. I tried to only go in the stores that we didn't have around us and that were interesting to me. I was not trying to spend a gob ton of money, so I knew that going into the stores was not going to be a great idea. So I kind of just focused on filming from the outside, taking a tour and taking it all in. I did pop into Charlotte Russe and purchase some things there, but you can see a lot of the stores that are in the mall are stores that we have here locally in the Columbus and Ohio area. So now we just now got to level 2. Everything before that was all level 3. And the mall is designed with Nickelodeon Universe Amusement Park in the middle and the rest of the stores making a circle around it. So if you start on one side and walk all the way around, staying only on the right side, you will end up on the opposite end, starting with the left side, and then you can go all the way back around on the left. It took us a couple of levels to really get the feel of like where we were in comparison to the north and south and east and west entrances. So just really make sure that you take note of a landmark of where you park and when you come in, because it can be very easy to get turned around and disoriented. you saw the Francesca's there. There was a wax hands place as well that I did not include in the attractions video. We did go in Cotton On. We did go in Francesca's. And like I said, we went into Charlotte Russe. And we went into a couple of other stores on the first floor, which we'll talk about when we get down there. But there were a lot of like niche stores as well. Coach, Kate Spade. There were all of the classic mall fare, Hollister, Abercrombie. You can see there's a Nike store. We've got Victoria's Secret in pink, of course. There was an American Eagle, an Aerie, an Aeropostale, an Altered State. So again, there was a nice mix of things that we were familiar with and things that we weren't. And that little store that we just passed with the heart, I meant to go back in there and I just forgot and ran out of time. There were several furniture stores, which was interesting. A lot of ethnic and diverse clothing stores as well. There's the Charlotte Russe. We spent a decent amount of time in there. And there, it's just like any store that you could ever possibly think of, they probably have it here. They even have a Nectar store, which is, there's one in Vegas and one here. So some shops that have very limited storefronts, they're probably in the Mall of America. There was a Barnes & Noble as well, a Dunkin', a Starbucks. So just like I said, anything that you could need. But what's great about this is a 100% free attraction. It is free to park. It is free to walk around. And unless you actually go into the store and spend money, you are not out anything. So in terms of things to do in Minneapolis, it's a great way to kill a day and spend a lot of time. Like I was saying earlier, it took us about 6 hours to completely walk through the mall. We took about 2 hours to eat. So we ended up getting a full day out of this little jaunt, and we ended up doing 16,000 steps out of walking all the way around. And it was just fun for me to take in everything that there was to see, and kind of get a little snippet of all of the stores. And you guys can now view this video as your personal directory for the Mall of America. I want to know what questions you have, so let me know in the comments what questions you have. And if you want to know specifically if there was a certain store that I maybe didn't video, please let me know in the comments. And I hope that you guys are watching this video and ignoring my super shaky camera work. I'm not sure why it is so Blair Witchy in this video. I think it was just because I was walking and carrying a bag and my bag was like bumping into me and it just made it really shaky. So I apologize for that. But also I hope that you're seeing a store that maybe you would want to visit, because I do think that the Mall of America is something that everybody should see at one point in their life, especially because of all the attractions that I included in my other video. The other thing that we felt was really cool and we kept noticing was that there were 0 completely empty storefronts in the mall. Some of the storefronts were occupied by attractions, but at least they have a business in them. A lot of the malls around where I live in Ohio are all like mostly closed up. There's very little stores even included. And this was very nice, even though some of the storefronts did repeat, like the Claire's and the Yankee Candle, the Bath and Body Works, etc. At least all of the stores had an operational storefront in them, and almost all of the stores had customers in them, which is even better. The mall overall was a decent crowd. I wouldn't say it was, packed full of people. We were there on a Tuesday during the day, but it was like a decent mall crowd. We weren't the only ones there, but we weren't like waiting to get in line to any of the stores, and we weren't packed in like sardines in any of the stores. So it was a nice mix of like a bustling crowd, but also everybody kind of had their own space. There was an M&M store as well, which took up 2 levels. And I did already pass a area called Climb Zone, which is viewable from Nickelodeon Universe. And it's a series of different climbing walls. That is another paid attraction that I forgot to include in my attraction video. So I just wanted to make sure that I threw that out there. Some other notable things, there was a Walgreens and a Five Below located within the mall, which was kind of cool. I was able to get like some toiletry items and some things that I might have just gone to Dollar Tree or whatever from the Walgreens. And there was also like a gas station style convenience store in the mall as well, located on level 1. A box lunch, a Hot Topic. And so like I said, you can see there are a lot of stores that are going to be appealing to pretty much anybody in your party. There was a couple of game stores, a couple of toy stores, there was a GameStop, and then several of the like hobby craft stores, and then obviously pretty much every clothing store that ever has a storefront. A Lush, a Nectar, Chanel, MAC, Sephora, Ulta Beauty, all of those types of things had storefronts as well. And I did go into Ever Eve for the first time, and that was a cool experience as well. So I was able to go into some places that I don't normally get to go into just because we had the time and I wasn't in a rush and I was truly just going in and exploring. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that the Mall of America makes your bucket list of places to visit. And I do truly feel like there is something for everybody. And even if you don't spend a whole day there, or even if you spend a week and go just a couple of hours every day, I think it would be a great trip. So let me know in the comments what stores you thought were interesting. And let me know also what questions you have about the Mall of America. And if you have any questions about what stores we went to or where things are located, let me know. And like I said, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more, and you can follow me over on Instagram at Your Geeky Girlfriend for more info in my stories and more pictures and some other videos and shorter videos, including reels and food reviews. About where we ate and things like that. So let me know, and thank you guys so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of the video.